Hi folks, welcome back to the Horde. So it's about 12 minutes after 5, 10:25 Saturday, 61 here, 60 there. The sun's not directly on the battery, so it's back to a charge mode, and 15.4 Celsius. So welcome to Saturday. What have I been up to? I'm not one for passing up a deal. So, the brother of, actually a YouTube subscriber, not even a brother, a YouTube subscriber around the Albany area put a bike up for sale, and I kind of recognized it on Craigslist, so I contacted him and made arrangements and went up there and bought it. So you guys are familiar with Stoney. So Stoney's, I think it's his younger brother, was putting up this bike here. So I figured I'd add it to the Horde. Not that I need another bike, especially at Christmas time, but here it is. It is a 82. You guys could see. I think you guys could see that, right? There you go. I think you guys could see some of that. Oops. So it's an 82 ATC200. So typically ATC200s have 19-inch tires. Yeah, these are originals, as a matter of fact. He said it had a 185 motor on it. I have to take a look. I didn't look at it that closely. He said he had it running. So, you gotta be careful, like with that. If you don't have a good ground, they don't fire up. The coil is not on it right now. I have to look over some of this, make sure it's all kosher. So there's the gas tank. Looks like it's got spray paint on it. They spray painted it. There's the seat. Stoney, you also ported out a couple of bikes, and he had the frames left. So I bought the frames from him. This pile here, there's actually 3 of them. I don't know if they got the neck stickers on them or not. Anyway, there's, I think this is a 185. And I think one of them's a 200, and I think one of them's a 110 or a 125. It's one of the projects I want to build, right? Like with all the spare time. One of the projects I want to build, I want to put a 200S motor on something else, something other than a 200S, or a 185 motor on something else other than a 185. And if you take a look at the way the motor mounts, right, you got the top bolt here, then you got the, I call these two the back bolts, this one and this one, and then you got the front, and you got to kind of suspend the engine from that. I've looked at, what would it take to build a cradle to suspend an engine, like in a golf cart frame or on that mule frame or something like that. And it's a whole lot of welding, right? I mean, picture, you got to get relatively narrow here for these 2 plates to come off of. And then back here you got to grab, and then here, which is off kilter from that, right? And then the top, right? So And you kind of need a flat area on the bottom to mount the engine cradle to the frame of whatever you're putting it on, golf cart, go-kart, tractor, whatever. Anyway, I've spent quite a bit of time, fooling around with the thoughts of welding it, and it just couldn't get my head around it. I could weld up such a cradle, but it'd weigh like 14,000 pounds. It'd be like 1.5 tons of bed frame. It's just much easier to clean this off here, right? Take off all the stuff in the back here, right? And then either leave this or, cut it here and here, and reattach it whatever way I managed to do that to get this neck off. Also be nice to clean up a cradle, right, to make an engine stand that makes it easier to start them. The engine stand I'm using is an entire frame, and quite honestly it gets a bit heavy moving about. It'd be much easier to set it up in a nice cleaned up fashion. I don't know if you guys could see through there. The recoil, yeah, you guys could see that, right? The recoil is not on the engine. The shifter's there, but you can see it's missing the bolt. It doesn't look like it's stripped from this angle. Let's hope it's not. So anyway, I'm gonna get this bike off of here. Excuse me. And we'll do a start on it probably tomorrow. Yeah, I managed to drive on home from Albany to my house. It was like, if you're running empty and you're running a car, which is a little faster than this truck, you could do it in just over 2 hours. When on the way up there, it took me about 2 hours and 15 minutes. Actually I got stuck in traffic, so it took a little over 2.5 hours. They're doing road construction. And then on the way back, I took a different way back. I was running heavy. Those frames, you can see the way the Ranger's kind of sitting down a little bit in the back. It was a bit, I'm not at the weight limit, but it was a little bit heavy. So, I don't push the Ranger that hard when it's heavy. I took the New York State Thruway back, less hills to deal with and so forth, than running some of the cow trails. So, as I was about a half hour from home, and I just couldn't stay awake. I was like exhausted. We're talking, doing the winkies here. So, I stopped and got out and walked around a bit and got back in and started driving again, and once again started to just have a bear of a time getting it home, staying awake to drive on home. So after I got home, I ate a handful of nuts and, got yelled at by the wife for buying another bike. And then I figured, let me go upstairs and take a nap. I slept for like over 2 hours. I wanted to grab a power nap and, sleep for like 45 minutes or an hour. And when I hit the sack, man, it was like somebody clubbed me or something. I was out cold. You can probably still hear it. I'm still fighting this cold, so hopefully I'm toward the end of that. Yeah, this isn't a good example to see, but you got to put an engine in these things somehow if you're and you got to mount it, right? And just imagine trying to create a cage with really nothing to hang on. But picture once this motor's out, right, you can see the angle iron and all. If you could just sit the flat in here, especially you just turn the engine, right, and you can run a chain drive right to that shaft. Might have to cut part of that off or something, depending on what it looks like, but you know what I mean? You could just kind of squeeze it backwards right up against that. It might be tall, so the seat might end up a little higher, but anyway, just to the mind's eye, one could see that with the cradle it'd be a lot easier to squeeze that engine in there rather than start freestyling it with a welder trying to hook up various brackets in the sky. I don't know if you guys watch what's his name, David Rock. He's got David's Farm, right? He was accused of some stuff and was taken off the air a couple of times. He's back up as David's Farm, I think. Anyway, he just squeezed a snowmobile engine into a golf cart. Actually, kind of looked like a beverage cart or a utility cart, but a golf cart type thing. And you should see the way he had to create brackets, all kinds of twisty and turny to get it in there. But he did it. I'm not hawking his channel. I'm just stating that you know he managed to get a snowmobile engine into one of these. So you know, just once again the intricate welding job is what I referred to. The weather's supposed to be good for the rest of my days off this week, so hopefully I'll get out here and get more stuff done. You guys could see the shack in the back there. I gotta finish up that foundation block there, and I think I gotta get some item 4 or something to kind of fill in the hole here. Right, I actually need quite a bit to go here alongside the coal bin. I actually there's some dirt, you know, I gotta level this, and then I'd like to get something on top. Looks like a little water did skate down the wall and hit that dirt there, right? You guys could see how it kind of splashed up. So I might have to put something between the wall and the building. Yeah, it looks like it splashed up a little bit down here. Well, specifically, oh, it might be just from when I moved the dirt away from the wall. I don't know. All the stuff on the bottom here is pressure treated, by the way, guys. Just so you can see. Yeah, a little water did come in. You can see how was kind of rained on. Yep, there you go. Alright, guys. Thank you for watching and commenting and subscribing. Keep the comments coming. Obviously, keep subscribing and keep watching. I like all that. Remember to keep your feet down, keep your head up. Something chewing away here. Remember to enjoy all your days. Remember, have fun. Enjoy your time. That's why you were given these days, to enjoy them, not to be angry or sad or whatever. Enjoy your days. Take care, folks. Bye now.